give me some news on the AMC. What's going on?
I shall. I've been wanting to talk. This was not announced, I think, maybe 2 weeks ago now, or the week before last. So it's not new news. That being said, we haven't had a chance to talk about it because last week it was the Super Bowl, and we had other things to talk about too. There was a lot of stuff, but I did want to bring this up because it is, as moviegoers, you and I, right? We are very much champions of going to the theater. Still, we would hope as much as the theater going tendencies of today have gone down significantly from past, due to many reasons, not just one particular, not helped by the pandemic.
Absolutely not.
We are always wanting. We think movies do belong on the big screen. At least most of them, like good ones, good experiences. I still would rather much watch in a theater than at home if I can help it.
Right.
So I think it's appropriate to bring this up because it has been a hot button topic in this space, and that is that AMC Theaters has released a new tier-based ticketing pricing system for their seats, and it's called Sightline. And I by the way, I love that. I do like that name. Yeah, I think AMC does a good job with their marketing. Actually, Sightline. That's so cool. But basically, what it is that essentially it's turning the typical seat pricing where it's all unanimous, it's all the same price, and basically turning it into a geographical system where you get to either pay a little bit more for premium seats versus, and then if you get shitty seats in the front, you pay less. And then there's also a standard value ticket where it's basically like kind of the sides and the back, where you pay basically the same price. Now, I don't know. To me, I want to get your thoughts on this. To me, I was like, when I first heard of this, basically turning our tier, like that classic system into like something we're mostly not used to. Concerts do it, flights do it. It's not new in general as a system. I first heard this and went, okay. I had no real it didn't affect me very much. However, it is affecting a lot of other people. Yeah. And so without going too far into it first, I want to get your thoughts about what you thought about this when you first heard it, and maybe has it changed as the weeks has gone, or like what is it? What does Alex say about this new tier system for AMC?
I know what the people you've talked to have said, because my friends have also probably said the same exact thing. Okay. But for me, I agree. Like, we pay more to sit in. We're both flying multiple times internationally this year. You pay extra for extra legroom. I fly to Dallas often to visit family. You pay extra for extra legroom. You pay extra for certain seats. Tier-based pricing isn't a fucking new thing. And listen, I love going to the movie theaters. Still, the best experience I've had this year at the movie theaters was Platon. It was fucking amazing. But I love that experience. It's the best, one of the best experiences in the world, in my opinion. I don't see too big of a problem with this, because at the end of the day, these theaters have to survive, and you have to understand that, from a purely business perspective, don't fucking bite my head off. Movie theaters, they're not like airlines. Like, if you want to be mad at airline for doing it, I think it's fair, because airlines get, bailouts and shit, right?
Yeah.
They don't. Movie theaters make their money through concessions. And that's it. That's it. They don't make their money through the movie tickets. They make a little bit of money.
Very small percentage.
Most of it gets taken away from the movie. And even then, if they sell their tickets on a Fandango gets a cut of the ticket. It's so minuscule. And again, I think movies are a little too expensive to go to.
I agree with that too. I do agree with that. It's not cheap.
It's not cheap. It's very expensive. If you have a family, I don't blame you for never going to a movie on a night. I would take my family, if I had kids or anything, and they wanted to go see the newest whatever movie was coming out that was a kids movie, right? Puss in Boots. I would say, great, we're going 11 a.m., the matinee on a Saturday. That's when we're going, because that's the cheapest ticket. But You know, like as far as this tier pricing, I don't have a problem with it at all because theaters are just trying to survive.
Exactly.
You know, they're just trying to survive. And if you want to go see a movie in a movie theater, which I think there are a lot of people that do, you pay for it. Now, again, like, will it work? I don't know. But will they abandon it? Also, I don't know. But like, yeah, I think it's fine because at the end of the day, movie theaters have to make money some way. Everybody has to make money. It comes down to money. And if this is the way AMC wants to do it, this is the way AMC is going to do it. Like, I don't hear you complaining about the fucking $15 medium Coke that you buy, but paying $2 extra for a premium seat. Fucking world, it's anarchy.
Everybody lose their minds.
Yeah, Oh, that was really good. That was very good.
Well, look, I 100% agree with you, obviously. But you hit it on the head as to what really this is all about, and what I think people just, again, they don't understand economics. People think that this is a hit on society. A lot of these and it's true, a lot of the criticism that it's being hit with is all around this idea that it's a classist thing.
Yes.
Elijah Wood kind of who famously said something was hitting on that, like that. A fellow critic, John Roca, was like, that's some classist shit. And and in my head I'm like, you guys are just trying to make this a narrative that it's not.
I agree.
AMC did not sit down and go, how do we divide people more this week? Let's make this a class thing. No, they need to make money.
Yeah.
And as far as I'm concerned, I think it's the best way to try to close that mitigation that's happening with their pricing. Yeah. It's hardly a hit, in my opinion. And here's how, when I first heard about this, I was like, okay, hold on. Let me think about it, though. How could this badly affect someone even like me? Like, how would this make me pissed off? And that would obviously be, what is the price discrepancy?
Right.
How much are you going to charge for a premier seat versus a standard seat or a value seat, as they call it?
Right.
The three options they have is standard, value, and preferred. Preferred being basically the center seats. Okay. So I was asking myself, like, well, how much would you charge me? And then I came across this article from the Boston Globe written by Odie Anderson, who went to one of the theaters that has this implemented already in New York. This is not implemented yet in Los Angeles. It's not everywhere yet. They're going to roll it out through 2023. But this guy went to the 34th Street and 14th AMC in Manhattan.
Okay.
And he broke down the prices for exactly what you're getting for the tier system.
Let's do it.
So hold on to your seats. It's fucking crazy. Okay, so for preferred seats,
the middle.
Right. Mind blowing. You're paying an extra $1.
Oh my God. We're all losing this over
$1.
Come on.
$1 freaking dollar. Are you and you know how much you're going to pay less for the front seats? $2.
So value seats, you're actually saving money on a ticket, on a normal ticket.
Yes.
Think about that for a second. And
then standard seats are standard. They're going to be the same price as they were. And guess what? You can still get a great seat. Like the preferred seats, I'll show you. I took a shot of like one of that particular branch's seating charts. And it's a normal theater.
Okay.
Sorry if you can't.
Yeah. I see it.
Look,
I got it.
So the yellow in the middle, those are the preferred. The blue in the front is the value. Everything else is standard. If you don't, how many people actually really care to sit dead center? Just sit right there if you want to for $1 less you want. But come on, dude, $1? We're having our arms up in the air for $1?
This is anarchy for $1.
Are you shitting me?
Yeah, dude. I think that
$5 maybe, right? Like $5, like, oh, ouch! Like, what the fuck? Like, I can't buy a piece of candy now. Like, god damn it, $1, dude. Fucking A. Let's all calm down. I don't think it's crazy to say. Let's all calm down. And this person brings up again the point. that we were trying to make. It's like, well, yeah, like flights do this, concert ticket, there's concerts, there's blah, blah, all these things that already do it. But he was trying to argue, well, it's not the same though, because, theaters keep telling us like it doesn't matter what seat you're in, you have a good view. First of all, that's not true. I've never heard any theater say every seat is a good seat. That's just not true.
Ever heard that. Yeah.
And he's saying, well, like, if it is the same, then why don't we just sit in the front and then pay less? I'm like, well, yeah, you can do that if you want. No one's telling you to, but nobody wants to sit in the front, you idiot. Like, what are you talking about? It's not the same.
The people who have money would probably pick the value seats to save money, because people who have money save money.
They're smart about it. Some of them are smart about it. Not everyone who has money.
Not everyone.
Just gets money.
But the people who worked hard for their money would probably pick
the value seat.
The value seat. Again, because you're saving money on an actual ticket. But look, like in a world, I really want to know if this guy's complaining about the egg prices, because again, a lot of people are like, oh, eggs are dead, a lot of chickens died, but it can all be tracked back to massive corporations just price gouging you. Are you complaining about that?
No.
Are you complaining about why we're paying so much money for gasoline right now? Because there's a war that we're funding, but we're not complaining about that because we got to help Ukraine, right? Like, shut the fuck up.
Oh boy,
like,
get in there.
Oh yeah, I'll go there.
Get in there. Oh no, I'm saying go for it, bro.
My friends, I have people who are like, Alex, I hate your take on Ukraine. Well, you can suck my dick for all I care, because that's go read about it, and then you can then we can talk about it.
Yeah.
We're funding a war, so we're paying more in gas.
I'm with you on
for everything. Everybody's electric bill is insanely high right now.
Oh my god, it's so insane, dude. It's so insane.
And if you have a gas oven or stove, boom, straight up.
3 times as much.
Yeah, dude. So like, are you complaining about that the way you're complaining about this?
No.
Are you saying that that's classist? Because it's just ridiculous. It's just like you're looking for something to complain about, and now we have it. Again, who cares? It's an extra dollar. If you want to spend it. If you don't, watch it off.
And you don't have to. You don't have to. No one is forcing you. Also, to do this. And a lot of them, they were, and this same writer was saying, well, it's the principle. It's the principle. It's like, it's an insult to us. I'm like, how is that an insult? Bro. What are you talking about? Insult to what? Insult to what? How does it insult you?
Yeah.
Why?
Because a company has to make money.
Please explain that.
AMC, Regal, pretty much all these companies have filed for bankruptcy in the last couple years. They're trying to survive. Now, look, again, is bankruptcy in get out of jail free card kind of sometimes? Yes. And is there problems with it? I'm sure. But I don't know all about that. I know I like to watch a movie in a theater.
Exactly.
Out here, they're Regal theaters. That's pretty much all there is in San Diego. There's a couple AMCs, but I haven't been to an AMC since leaving Los Angeles. So in some places, you're not even going to be affected by it.
No.
In some places, Harkins theaters are the preferred choice.
Oh yeah, I've heard of those.
Harkins theaters are great, by the way.
Mark Ellis used to work at one. Hey.
Oh, how funny. Premier Cinema, also another one. That's where I'm from in El Paso.
Did he work at one?
Cinemark is another one that doesn't do this. So there are places where you can have a choice. If you don't want
other options.
So maybe, look, if you live in a place and you're complaining about this, because Los Angeles has many different theater chains. If you live in a place that has AMC, Regal, or Premier, then maybe schlep your ass up 10 extra miles to a Premier Cinema or a Regal Cinema and save the dollar. You'll waste about $5 in gas, but hey, you showed the man. Fuck out of here, man.
Damn right, my man. Good for you. Yes, I could have said it better. It's like everybody wants a platform to shine themselves on without actually thinking about what the hell you're saying, because it's not logical.
It's an extra dollar. It's an extra dollar.
It's $1, bro. It's $1. Dude. If it was more than that, $5, I'd be on the same price as you. You'd be like, that sucks.
That's a lot.
It just sucks.
Yeah, that sucks.
Again, it doesn't stop the fact that, theaters are doing it for a different reason than what you are trying to push it on. Yeah. It's still
again,
it sucks.
You and I have seen, because we've been in all hands meetings about how little actual money theaters take in.
Oh, it's not even a joke.
The ticket. The ticket is so minute. So again, they're not getting their money from the ticket. They're going to get their extra $1, $1 from the preferred seats.
And I would say, and for people like, you know, the normal person, I don't exactly expect to know that, you know, like just a normal theater goer. But Elijah Wood, sorry, I love you. I love you, Elijah. But he's in the fucking, he's a movie star.
So what?
I know, exactly. Exactly. And that's the discrepancies. Like people assume people who are like in this industry know exactly how it goes. Even apparently Elijah Wood doesn't exactly know how it works.
No.
Because shut up, Elijah. Yeah. Like what the fuck?
Come on. I mean,
when's the last time you even paid for a movie?
My one of my friends literally went, "Oh, guess all the rich white people are going to be sitting in the middle and all the diversities are going to be on the sides." And I was like, that's the stupidest thing I've ever heard you say in your life. Like, stop. That's not what's going to happen.
You see how people just like make up shit in their head that are not true? Yeah. Why do you assume that just because you're white and rich, you get the preferred seat?
I don't know.
It's so ridiculous. That's not true. It's just not true. I make a good amount of money. I don't always pick the front seats or the center seats. That's not true. All these narratives that just people throw around, it's so dangerously toxic. And that's really why I wanted to bring this story up, because it just shows how toxic people can be about things that are just really not that big of a deal. And when you have better things to worry about than this. And it really, some of these things people just sort of latch onto and try to make a soundboard for themselves. And it's like, we shouldn't be worried about these things. These are not places, and theaters surely do not deserve that kind of attention for something they're just trying to give you on a day-to-day. It's entertainment, bro. The theaters are doing nothing but to try to give you an escape for you and your family, or for you and your mind when you're down. So how dare you try to attack a place like that? It's doing nothing but try to give you happiness. Come on, man.
They're just trying to survive. Like,
they're just trying to survive, dude.
Not every announcement
so disgusting
in today's day and age needs to be met with some sort of this is racist,
backlash,
this is classist, this is a backlash. Because again,
like wokeism. It's just like,
if there's not a backlash, why are we living at this point? You know,
I don't. It's
just ridiculous.
It's so ridiculous, man.
I think look, if AMC wants to do it, fine. If it works out for them, great. If it doesn't, hey, they learned a lesson and didn't work, and they go back to making less money.
On a business perspective, I'm not even commenting on it from a business perspective. I'm not a business person. I think it makes sense for what they're doing. I'm not saying it's going to be successful. I'm not saying that at all. I don't think either of us are saying that it's like a good move for them. I could give a shit less. I don't own AMC. You know, it's all up to them. I don't care. Like, I mean, I do care. I do hope that they survive, but ultimately their decisions are their decisions. Like, I don't know what you want me to do. So anyways, I think we said a lot. You made brilliant points. I told you this is why I want to bring this up, because I knew you were going to fucking kill it. So
one final point.
Okay,
by the way,
I love it.
If you go to a Cinépolis, you get charged more to sit in a Cinépolis.
Oh, do you?
If you go more, they're more expensive. The tickets
I've never actually been to a Cinépolis, actually. So,
they're very nice.
I'm sure
if you go to a dine-in theater, the tickets are more expensive. If you go to a Alamo Draft House, the tickets are more expensive because they bring the food to you. They're charging for waiting service already. You're already being charged more for ticket prices in any way you can. So stop complaining.
Yeah, this is not new.
No, it's not new at all.
It's not a surprise.
Stupid.
It's been around. It's fucking ridiculous. And you need to go into your room and think about what you've done.
Yeah.